This is how you respond after an abysmal week 1 in the preseason, man. The Falcons came out and put the beats on the Colts, man. They beat them 34-6. That shit was a fun game to watch. And it also made me think of something, which is gonna go into the overall theme of this video and how I felt after the game yesterday. I had to look up when was the last time the Falcons actually won a preseason game. And I found out the last time they won a game was in the 2022 preseason. That's 4 years ago. The Falcons have not won a preseason game in 4 years. And this was the first time they won it, and they won it in such an emphatic fashion, which goes to the point of, like, when Ian Cunningham was hired as the GM and Matt Ryan came in as the president, one of the main things that they said they wanted to fix was they wanted to raise the floor of this team. They wanted to, like, improve the depth of this team. And was evident yesterday. Like, yes, it was the preseason game, the 2s and 3s of the Falcons versus the 2s and 3s of the Colts. But we just manhandled them, bro. Like, all week we were just hearing about how ass Tua was in practice. We're seeing the clips and everything, which is, it's just fair, it's valid, you know what I'm saying? But it was nice to see that our 2s and 3s who are fighting for jobs were out there hungry and proved it on the field, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into some positives. One of the first things I noted was the defense was like one of the first positive things I noticed of the game. DeMarco Helms was out there, open field tackles, crunching niggas, and he survived the game, no injuries, man. So shout out to DeMarco Helms. Hopefully you can make an impact in the regular season this year. Another guy who I think will definitely have an impact in the regular season is Kendall Daniels was showing up, the rookie linebacker that we got this year. Bro, he looked good, man. And all I kept thinking was, yeah, he's gonna be starting next to Devon Diablo. We're gonna have the Twin Towers in the middle, man. This defense is shaping up nicely, man. Especially once we get our horses back next year, like in full force. I'm liking the potential of what this unit can be. So shout out to the defense and shout out to those two players specifically. Now on the offensive side of things, the first player that popped off was like Zachariah Branch. We got one, folks. We got one, bro. We got one. As soon as I saw him take that punt return, I just saw the wiggle. I was just like, yeah. He just has the look of somebody who's going to take a return to the house. He just has the... And then we got on offense to see him get the little nice 15-yard out. I was just like, ooh, okay. We got a little down the field action. Like, he just has the look of a player who's going to have multiple 50-yard plus touchdowns for us. You know what I mean? Just bombs away, whether it be screens or just a deep shot from Penix or Jack Strand. But we're going to get into that later in the video. But I'm just saying, like, he just has that look. Another player on the offense who had a day, shout out to RB3, Tyler Goodson. He came back, played against his old team, showed out with that 49-yard touchdown that had the whole team rushing into the end zone. That was fun to see. That was exciting. So I think he's definitely separated himself out of the cluster of running backs back there. So I want to give a shout out to Tyler Goodson. And as far as speaking of running backs, bro, we got to shout out Cash Money Jones, though. I ain't gonna lie. Cash Jones definitely is making a case for himself to be on this team somehow, some way. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but he deserves a shout out though. So I just had to throw him in there as well, man. And then, so offensive side, I would say, you know, the O-line play well, running backs play well, quarterbacks play well as well. So let's get into the quarterbacks, man. Shout out to Cooper Rush for having a good bounce back game, man, because last week was just gross. I never wanted to see you again, but you did all right. It looked good. I don't know if but the saying that is just like, is that more of an indictment on the Colts defense on their 2s and 3s, or, bro, hey, I'll take it how I can get it, man. Beggars can't be choosy. But y'all know who the real star of the game was yesterday, right? If we talking QBs, we talking QB of the future. We talking Timu Josh Allen. We already got a big white boy quarterback, man. I was out here crying for fucking Arch Manning last week. Talk about come save me, man. Fuck that, man. Already got one on the team. I got the QB of the future, Mr. Jack Strand, undrafted free agent QB out of somewhere in Minnesota, whatever. I don't even know the school. We got our QB of the future, man. Potentially. So it was a plethora of good news, right? Like, we got the quarterbacks playing well. Jack Strand looked good. He had a good completion rate, I think he had like over 200 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. He had a passing touchdown to Cash Money Jones. So that was nice to see. But it was really fun if you think about it. Like, so after the game ends, Stefanski comes through and he's like, yeah, Michael Penix is cleared for 11 on 11. So next week he's going to be practicing and has the potential to reclaim the job that everybody just automatically assumed was going to be handed to Tua Tagovailoa just because of the whole injury situation and everything like that. So we get the news of Penix is back to compete, and then we have our real QB2, which is Jack Strand, big white boy quarterback. So I'm not worried. I don't need no fucking Arch Manning to come save me. Now I got two options on my team, and this is how I look at it, bro. I can't lose. Either Penix is the guy, and we're not worrying about a QB. He can prove to me that he can stay healthy, because that's the thing, right? I need Penix to prove to me that he can play better, right? Being more accurate, more throws down the field. Like, really, let's show off that arm. Plus, also, can you stay healthy for a full season, right? Those are the two things Penix needs to show us, right? So either we get that from him, or we pivot to Jack Strand, right? You know what I'm saying? And if Jack Strand really can't do it because he's actually going to be playing against real ones versus playing against 2s and 3s, and then we go back to the draft. You know what I mean? So honestly, I really can't lose this season, bro. Either we're gonna do well, or I'm gonna be picking high, or I'm gonna focus on the draft and we'll be like, I'll let Mike Ryan pick the QB of the future, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't lose, bro. But honestly, but let's get back to it. Shout out to Jack Strand, man. He had a great game for what it was, man. I'm happy for him. Hopefully we get to keep him somehow. I'd rather have Jack Strand be QB3, bro. I don't need Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush, I feel like we could just let him go and we'll have the option to get him back if we need him sometime in the season. But I feel like Jack Strand, teams may be more inclined to be like, hey, I want that developmental player on my team, right? So I'd rather not risk it. I just think Cooper Rush is just like a been there, done that, so he's gonna be there available for us. But we'll see. Maybe I'm just a little too excited. But I'd rather be excited this way and start sipping and start being overly optimistic about everything versus, you know, crying and feeling like the sky's falling. Because I'm a fucking fan of this team. I want to be excited. I don't want to cry about all the negative things they're done. I want to hype up as much as I can and just like sip the Kool-Aid. Like, literally, my dream is, oh yeah, let me slow down. I need us to win a Super Bowl with the score of 28-3 to break the curse. That's my goal. That's my dream. So the more positive things I see from this team, the closer I feel like we're getting to that goal, all right? Let's get back on track, though. Another positive shout-out that I want to give before I forget. Shout out to the special teams, man. Overall, Nick Folk was out there kicking all the field goals. I was still like nervous every time he got out there to kick. I was just like, please don't miss. No, I just don't need a bad omen for the season. He was perfect. Shout out to Jake Bailey for just being out there flipping the field constantly. I remember that one punt where he pinned him at the 4. I was like, okay, here we go. We got a punter too. Like, and then shout out to the coverage units. No major crazy like returns from the Colts. And then obviously overall, so because of all that, I gotta shout out Craig Ackerman. Shout out to the special teams coach, man, because I really felt like we've been taking the special teams unit for granted and just kind of overlooking them. And the hiring of Craig Ackerman and then just seeing Nick Folk and Jake Bailey do what they do, seeing the coverage units. So far, the 2 preseason games, I just feel like this whole unit has been revamped. Like, our starting field, our kickoff returns. Like, I remember one of the drives we started at the 40-yard line. I was like, yo, when have you ever really seen this? I'm used to us normally started at the 25 or 27-yard line, never past the 30. You know what I'm saying? So we actually have returners who can get us past the 30, and we have coverage units that are like keeping players contained. So again, shout out to the special teams unit as a whole, man. This just goes back to the whole point I was saying at the beginning of this video. The floor just feels raised overall. I can't definitively say it's been raised, but so far, from 2 preseason games, Matt Ryan and Ian Cunningham are doing what they said they were going to do, which is raise the floor and just give us a better foundation to get to where we're trying to get to, right? You can't just have flashy players at the top and then just hope to be healthy all season and have those players carry your team. You have to have a full complement, you know what I mean? You have to have players who know their roles, understand their roles, and then like excel in their roles. Yeah, man, so overall, man, it was just a great game. It was a great vibe. I'm just happy with like the growth I'm seeing from this team. And I was, like I said, the main takeaway I got from this game was the floor and the depth of this team has just been improved. And we'll take that for now. We can't say the ceiling has been raised until we get to the end of the year, but the depth for sure, the floor has definitely risen, man. And we got out of this game relatively unscathed with injuries. I know there was a couple, I think it was like an interior lineman that got hurt, so we'll see how bad it was, but you know, luckily it wasn't nothing too major. So we'll take that as a win. Let's see what happens next week for the last preseason game, and then we'll get to the regular season, man. Yeah, where things really start to count, where we could really overanalyze and overreact to everything that happens because those records actually count, right? This is still preseason. We're still working the kinks out, but let's see what happens, man. It's your boy Dirty Bird Plato, man. It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a fun season. We're gonna learn a lot about this team with this new regime and everything. So again, we can't hold on to the past too much. This is a brand new team, brand new squad. So we got to give them the benefit of the doubt and just see how it plays out, man. With that being said, I'll be here all season, man. It's your boy Dirty Bird Plato. Shout out to everybody who tuned into the last video. I hope y'all enjoy this one, and I'll see y'all again next week. I'm out.